Hey everyone, and welcome back to Live for Wonders. I think some of you have these questions that cruise around in their mind. Why the law of attraction doesn't work for me? What I'm doing wrong? What I'm supposed to do? I do everything I read on the book. Well, today we'll cover this and I will give you the solution to that problem. But first of all, introduction. So, welcome back. And yes, why the law of attraction doesn't work for you. What I want to specify, first of all, before starting with all the points that I want to cover in this episode, you need to understand that the law of attraction works on the frequency where you live. So, what means it that you need to change your life. You need to change the things that in your life don't work. It's a process. And you need to actually understand that it's not a thing that is immediate, like other people won't make you believe because they have to sell you something. Here I don't have to sell you anything, but I'm telling you that until I changed some aspect from my person, I didn't obtain what I wanted. So now I'm going to tell you which are the points that I had to change in my life to make the law of attraction working, and how to keep going with your changings, because it's not a question only of reaching a point, but it's also growing and expand yourself. If you hear any alarm, it's just outside, sorry. By the way, the first thing is, do you love yourself? And do you take time for yourself? This is the first question you should ask yourself. And this is the really important one, because I've seen a lot of people, especially here in London, but in all the cities, in all the business center, where people don't take time for themselves. They think they are taking time for themselves, but they don't. Going to the gym is not taking time for yourself. Reading a book is taking time for yourself if you read a book that can actually help you to get you better. So we are not talking about entertainment. Watching a film can be useful, can be actually taking time for yourself, but if it actually enrich your life and not help you just spend time out of nowhere for nothing. So there are some slightly difference that I want to point out. And the major difference is taking time for yourself means that you try to get your person better, try to take care of your mind, try to take care of your body, try to take care of what is going on in your life, making the point of where you want to go and where you stand in your life. This is absolutely important. And this probably will already make some changes in your life, because when you stop, you take time for yourself, you go for a walk and you start to think, you start to re-elaborate all the things that you've done, the thing that you want, your targets, your aims, whatever. You start to think, but do they worth it? And why do I want to achieve those? And you start to process them, and maybe you will realize that you're living a life that is not yours, that is not what you want. Why? Because it's not making you happy. And if something takes you and bring you in the frequency of being unhappy or just being stressed, is not something that is for you. So this is the first thing to remember. The second thing that for me was a key is loving yourself and forgiving yourself. How many times happens that you make mistakes? How many times that happen that you maybe you want to change things that you did in the past because you think they were mistakes, that maybe you thought that the things could go differently if you acted in another way. You need to stop to do that, okay? Because if you took a decision in the past and now you think differently, you need first of all to thank that decision, because it opened your eyes, showing you what will happen if you make the wrong decision. Second thing is what you are today, and if you are proud of you today is just because of your mistakes in the past. Yes, of course, there are also to add all the things that you did correctly, that is for sure. But you know, all the mistakes that you made drove you at the point where you are, where you realize that you want to awake, that you want to actually be a person that takes care of herself or himself and try to improve the life. So try to forget yourself and try to love yourself, because in that specific moment you didn't have any tool to take a different decision, otherwise you would. But now that you know the result, it's easy to say, oh well, if I went back in the past, I could change. If I could go back in the past, I could change this thing. Yeah, thank you, but we don't have the time machine. And also, it wouldn't be, even if we had the time machine, it wouldn't be a thing to go back and changing the answer that you gave, the thing that you did, because it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. We are living here in this world to experience what it means being alive, what it means being a human being. If you're not experiencing this, well, I don't know really what you want to do in your life, what you expect from the life. Life is an experience, and there is a reason why we born and we die. There is only this limited time. Now, if you don't believe that exists a God or a universe or whatever, fine. But even in that case, that you don't believe in a second life or in the consequential life that maybe brings your soul somewhere else, well, you still have this time to produce something for yourself, to be proud of yourself. So why don't you take the chance to actually do that? Your life would be so much better, and enjoying your life day by day is the aim that everyone should have. But you don't have it. Why? Because the society didn't teach you what means to be happy every single day. Society pushed you to be always worried about something, to be stressed about something, and doing that drives you crazy. Even though you think, okay, I'm on top of it. Yeah, well, this is the technique that they use actually. And you know, for society, I mean also all the people, your bosses or other people that are entrepreneurs and they made success, they always have this kind of do it now. No, things need to be done with their own step, with their own time. Because otherwise it's like a film. In 1 hour and 30 minutes you lived all your life, but you didn't enjoy anything. Instead, you can have much more than that. You can enjoy much more than that, but discovering this means that you dubbed the society, and doubting the society means that actually you start to think with your own brain, and this is something that they don't want, because it is absolutely dangerous for them. Look around, look at the news, look at the things that you have around. Doesn't sound right. Or the stuff don't sounds right. Or the stuff that are around, or the people how they are actually acting towards you, all the hate that's going around, all the sad news they propose you is a continuous, right? So think with your brain, and to think with your own brain you need to love yourself first. Third thing that I want to point out is actually forgiving the others and understanding the others. We are human beings that are trying to live in here with other people. We are not alone. We will never be alone in this life. So if you want to live in harmony, in synchrony with the universe, you need to be in synchrony with the other people as well. This for me was the worst point, because I was always very judgy towards myself and towards the others. When I started to don't judge anymore myself, and I trying to understand why I was doing mistakes, and I started to understand that making mistakes is completely normal and need to be actually something that you have to do, at that point I understood that the next step was to forgive the others. forgiving the others is the best way you have in your life to forgive yourself as well, to put some love in the world and receive love as well. Don't expect that you receive something that you don't put out with your life. If you love the others, if you just smile to the others, even if you don't receive back immediately a smile or a kindness, doesn't matter. The life will give you back in some ways, don't worry. But you did something unusual for the others, that is taking care of other people, making sure that the other people receive you as a positive approach, as a positive person, not like being a completely distant person that they don't care about the others. Showing this part of you helps so much the society, even from the smallest point of view to the biggest. Seriously, it's something that changes lives constantly and continuously. My experience is actually it was a little bit tough for me to accept, to don't judge the others, and every single time I find myself doing that, I say, listen, but think about yourself and think about your life. Why you have to judge the others? Because this is another trap of the society. Judging the others make you feel better, but you are not better than the others. Maybe you have more skills in certain sectors, but that doesn't mean that you're better than the others, because you still make mistakes, and maybe the others has more skill of you in some other stuff. So, it's easy to point the finger to someone, but think about yourself. Think about if someone does this with you. Would you like to have someone that judges you constantly? I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't. But we have that. It's ourselves. We judge very hardly ourselves. So start to stop judging the others, start to stop judging yourself, and love. Just think about love. If you see people making mistakes or they are doing mistakes, you can just tell them, listen, from my point of view, this is a mistake. But if they don't listen to you, it doesn't matter, keep going, because surely they will remember you giving them a good suggestion, and they will surely be grateful, and the next time that you will tell them something, they will know that you're telling them because you love them, because you're taking care of them, and not because you're wanting them doing something that they don't want. So, it's a little bit of a process, but it works and is actually helpful. So these are the 3 points that I wanted to talk with you today, and this will reflect in all your life. And doing all these 3 things will allow you to not only desire thing and receiving thing, but to enjoying thing as well. So when you will think about your future, what you want in your future, they will be easily achievable. They will be much more easy for the universe to push towards you what you ask for, because you are ready, because you know how to accept it, and because you're already living in that frequency, in that high frequency that we should be. Love is the highest frequency that you can have. There's nothing more than love. The problem is, if you don't keep this in mind and follow the society will make you in the condition where you lower your frequencies and you won't be able to get what you really desire and what you really want. So for today, it's everything. I thank you very much for your attention. I hope I've been helpful with your doubts, and if you have any other question, please leave a comment down below. For the rest, don't forget to smash the like button, follow me clicking the button down there, and clicking the bell as well, with enabling all the notifications so you won't miss my next episode. I remind you that this is a weekly vlog, so you will find another vlog next week. And every single day you will find as well some shorts with some tips that I give you every Monday, from Monday to Friday, so don't miss them as well. You find all my social network on the description. Have a look in there because you will find very useful links, and I thank you very much. I'll see you next week, and don't forget to be a wonderful person. Don't forget that there is more out there. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.